back to News Center. We now have Zinzi Kibiku with what's trending. What's up?
Exactly. Good morning.
Good.
This is what's up, all right? We have to talk about Ivanka's debut at the G20 and why everyone, especially on Twitter, cannot handle or fathom the fact that, she sat on her father's seat for like 2 seconds and everyone went crazy. We'll take you to Ghana, where history is being made in Africa, more specifically in this West African country. And then, of course, we'll end with this World Population Day. 7.5 billion? So if there's someone who's stressing you out, really, 7.5 billion people, no one should be stressing you, all right?
They should not be, they shouldn't feel special.
There you go. So let's begin with Ivanka at the G20 summit that currently happened in Germany at Hamburg, to be more specific. And in this specific one, Donald Trump had stepped out shortly to go have a meeting with Japan. And who took her seat, or rather his seat? Ivanka.
That's fine.
People are not feeling very good about that situation, all right? First of all, why is your daughter at the G20 summit? 2, why is she taking your position, all right? So he had something to say about it, and he, of course, tweeted his thoughts in regards to that, saying, listen, I just stepped out for a moment. Even Angela Merkel said it was okay, all right? Let me just bring this closer home. Remember back in 2015, October 2015, yeah, to be more around that time, President Uhuru Kenyatta had taken his own daughter Ngina to Paris for a summit, a global climate summit. And everyone on Twitter, especially KOT, was asking, why is taxpayer money taking Ngina to the summit? Is she a leader within that sort of area, within that sort of specific field? So that's how people are sort of feeling now with Ivanka, if you take a look at it, all right? But you've got to remember, Ivanka is a White House advisor.
Yeah, she is actually, she's an official there, not only just the daughter.
There you go. She's still an official. So if you haven't seen it, this is the image of Ivanka, who was sitting at that high-profile meeting in Germany for the G20 one, okay? Saturday morning, that's when everything just decided to erupt over this weekend. Okay? So what do you think about this scenario?
I mean, did she do it disrespectfully? I don't think so. So I don't see a problem, honestly, with that. Yeah.
All right.
And it's the dad.
It's the dad.
You know, sometimes how you can be so comfortable. And even remember, okay, let me just bring it to the most basic level. In the living room, when we were growing up, we used to have a seat, that was just for my dad.
Yes.
You don't sit there.
Yes.
But once in a while, you just go. I mean, that's a very basic way to look at it, but I don't see any problem.
Okay, let's take a look at, if you could have the tweets of Donald Trump up there, him giving his remarks in regards to that. So, of course, the media and, of course, everyone went crazy about it. This is what Donald Trump had to say.
If Chelsea Clinton were asked to hold the seat for her mother, as her mother gave our country away, the fake news would say Chelsea for president.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because it's Trump. Honestly, if it was Chelsea Clinton,
it would be a different story.
So people would be like, wow, how about, actually, this is a brilliant idea.
This seat.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear that. Okay, fantastic.
So maybe it's just because it's Trump and everybody has this negativity towards
around
Trump.
him.
So, yeah.
Okay, take a look at this other tweet. There was one more tweet. Of course, that's the seat that she was sitting at the G20
She looks so sneaky, though.
But she looked pretty serious, okay?
Yeah.
If we could have the other tweet of Donald Trump.
So is it known why she actually went and sat there? Or is there like a reason out there?
That's Donald Trump, in his own Twitter handle, said that he stepped out for a meeting with Japan. He just stepped out. And he asked Ivanka to sort of hold his seat. Here is that tweet.
When I left the conference room for short meetings with Japan and other countries, I asked Ivanka to hold seat, very standard. Angela Merkel agrees.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't see a problem.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. Right. Away from the G20 drama that we were seeing, and that was just part of the G20 drama. So much happened. There were so many awkward memes and weird feelings within the atmosphere during this G20 summit. You've got to remember, it's one of the first official high-profile meetings like this that Donald Trump is actually attending. Emmanuel Macron and him sort of rubbed in a wrong way. But it was quite interesting to see all the global leaders, the G20 leaders, sort of in that one room. And Donald Trump there. Okay.
It was interesting. There's a picture I saw earlier on today, and it was Donald Trump. He was seated alone. I don't know if you saw the video. And everybody else is having different...
Yes.
And he's just there sitting alone. And
I actually read somewhere that when President Barack Obama was president then, his schedule was already full.
Yeah. People had already booked to speak to him.
Okay.
During the summit.
Okay.
But what Trump? He's just there lonely.
All right. Let's come back closer home and take you to Ghana, where Ghana has launched the first satellite within Sub-Saharan Africa. Now, that is such a big deal. I repeat again, Ghana has launched the first satellite in Sub-Saharan Africa, the
Yeah.
very first one. It's called GhanaSat-1. It was a project that took 2 years with the collaboration of Japan, and it started in October 2015, all right? It's going to orbit around Earth about 400 kilometers above the Earth, and this is really huge because this shows us Africa is saying that we are here and we're ready to play with the big boys within the field of global innovation. This is huge, a satellite launched by an African country, and these men are the gentlemen behind it.
Wow. Brilliant.
Right?
That's really cool.
This is a big stepping stone. Literally, this is going down in history, and this is what we're talking about when we encourage more science and innovation within the African continent. There's so much space to be done and collaboration. The president himself tweeted congratulating the team. This is a big deal, not only for Ghana, but for the African continent.
That's really cool.
On global
Wow.
innovation.
Congrats,
All right.
Ghana. All right.
Away from that, the first academic satellite that we're seeing coming right from here in Africa, more specifically in Ghana, let's go to that World Population Day, that hashtag, all right?
How many are we again? 7.5?
7.5 billion people. 7.5 billion people.
Yeah.
And I just want to give you a few statistics. Of course, in February of 2016, we were about 7.4, right? Right now, we're at 7.5 billion. Now, before we come to the statistics that will appear shortly on the screens, do you know if Facebook was a country, she would be the most populous country?
Yeah.
2 billion?
2
That's
billion.
more than China and India.
Yeah.
And China is #1 in terms of the most
That's
populous
China and
country.
India combined.
About China is about 1.3, India is another 1 point something billion. If you were to combine them, they'll come to about 3 billion. But 2 billion, that's not, you just shy away from 1 billion. And get this, 1.39 billion people log on to Facebook every single month.
Okay.
So if Facebook was a country in terms of population, she would be the biggest country that would be seeing. And you are part of that.
Of course. And we are all part of that.
And we're all part of that. All right.
But 7.5 billion, we're so many.
It is a lot,
Yeah.
all right? If we could have the statistics coming on the board very quickly, this is one that actually shocked me. 52% of the global population of that 7.5 is below the age of 30 years old.
Wow. So the larger population is young people.
Literally young people.
Yeah.
All right? By 2100, will be about 11.5 billion people. From 7.5 to 11.
Will we be alive?
I hope so. I think so. God
Did you
willing.
know how many years that is from now? Are you kidding
You
me
never
right
know.
now?
You never know. But
Yeah.
just to give you more on this, every single year, 80 million people are added into the world population. 80 million people are added into the world population.
You guys don't stop, huh? All right.
All right.
Moving on.
So this is really this is something else, okay? But let me just finish off with this. By the year 2015, 70%. Okay, at least by then we'll still be alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by the year 2050, 70% of the world population will be living in cities.
Oh, that's a good thing.
70%.
Okay. That's a good thing.
Okay? All right. So that brings us to the end of what's trending for today.
Those statistics, huh? Thank you very much, Zinzi, for that.
All right.
But Ivanka's G20 sit,
You're feeling, this one you're siding with Donald Trump.
this one, yeah, you guys, it's just everybody's just hating on that guy. Yeah,
Right.
anything he does, no matter what he does,
It's tweet at 3 a.m.
it goes
It's
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right, thank you very much, Zinzi Kibiko, there with what's trending. So we will. All right, so we will continue with the show right now, and we want to just go back to the conversation that we were having earlier. Thank you very much, Zinzi, for that.
Sure.
I want to go back to the conversation that we were having earlier about the judiciary really being at the center of a storm, if indeed they're trying to